We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
St. Brown in motion right.
Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Come back, team. Come back. Ready? Ready?
They'll set up to throw. Working the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Let's go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Going absolutely nowhere. They'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut him down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now it's a fresh start, a clean slate.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Here we go. Yellow, 22.
They'll drop to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. A run straight ahead with Genty to about the 23. This defense for the Bears, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about the defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Taking it about the 36. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Okay, break. Mustang 19. Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here this second quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready, ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Back to throw here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go. Let's go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive at least. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any run in recent memory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go. Green 33, yellow.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. 58 yards. And the Bears had 6 to their lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
It's the score, Bears 23, Lions nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ready, ready. Field, black, ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll give this out to Jeanty. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Detroit.
Ready.
On the give, Jeanty.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Open man is the rookie from Auburn.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. 3rd and 12.
Ready.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Fight, set, ready. Red, 38. Blue, striker. Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Let's go.
attack. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is. The things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On the jump. Come on. Ready.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Gravity Lions.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
He'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Ready.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue.
And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ballgame. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's able to break to 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Third and 20.
Here we go. Go.
They're going to look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here we go, set. Red 52 blue.
First down.
On first down, he'll drop the throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Edo 45. White.
Looking to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Lewis Seen. He's the one that drops in this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
On the jump.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely